Why do you say it's okay? It's okay because we spend a lot of time throughout this life trying to fit in with people. We spend a lot of time trying to get people to accept us, to try and get people to understand us, try to get people to perceive the way that we see things so they'll look at us in a better light. And I realize, and I'm still learning, that it's okay to be who you are. It's okay if people don't like you. It's okay. It's okay to be who God called you to be and walk in the life in which God has set before you. It's okay. This story here is a very popular story. It's a very interesting story. It's a story of this young man who the Bible says that his father loved him more than his other children. So when we look at this, you look at this situation and you look at the circumstances and you think part of the reason why Joseph was in this predicament wasn't even at a fault of his own. You cannot control how people perceive you. The only thing that you have control over is your actions. You don't have control of whether you're your boss's favorite employee. You don't have control over whether you're your teacher's favorite student. And though some students may get labeled the teacher's pet, or whatever the case may be, and sometimes you have good students who are on the honor roll who will try to be less of who they are to try to fit in with other people. Joseph was disliked by his brothers because his father liked him or loved him more than he loved his other children. The Bible gives a reason why. The Bible says because he had Joseph at an older age. So he looked at this as not just a blessing, but a super blessing. Yeah, there's sometimes in life where God will give you blessings, but then there are other situations in life where God will drop a super blessing on you. When you say, I don't know how, I don't know where, I don't know how in the world this happened, and I know that it was only by God. You know there are some situations that happen in your life that you know that it wasn't by your volition. You know that it wasn't by your power. You know that it wasn't because you were so smart. You know it wasn't because you made all the right choices or the right decisions or because you were in the right place at the right time. It was only because God granted you a super blessing. Joseph, his father gets Joseph a coat, the Bible says, of multicolors, a multicolored tunic, a multicolored robe. Now understand, during this time, the robes were worn by many individuals. It wasn't something special that Joseph just had the coat, because many individuals had these robes. The thing that stood out about Joseph's robe is that Joseph's robe was one of many colors. In other words, his father put Joseph in a position where Joseph was bling. Some of y'all will get that on the way home. See, Joseph, because of the multicolored coat, Joseph stood out among everybody else. Joseph his appearance was flashy. In other words, he had a Mayweather complex. And because his father got him this multicolored coat, he became braggadocious. And I don't believe that this was Joseph's true character. I think the coat kind of pushed him into a new character. See, sometimes we as people can get possession of things in this world, and we can obtain material things that will have a negative impact on our character. See, there are some people who were humble, who were nice when they were riding around in a Pinto. But as soon as God blessed them with a BMW, as soon as God blessed them with a Mercedes-Benz, as soon as God blessed them with a little job, they give them a little $100,000. Now they walk around with their nose turned up. Now they act like they can't speak to folk. Now they act like they're too good to shake your hand and give you a hug. And you'd be lucky if they even speak to you. But just not too long ago, you didn't have much, and you was nice to everybody, and you had time to sit and talk to folk, and you didn't act like you were so hot-sidity, and you didn't act like that you were so much higher than everybody else. As soon as God gives you a little blessing, as soon as God gives you a little coat, as soon as God gives you a little pair of sneakers, as soon as God gives you a little piece of car, as soon as God gives you a little apartment, you want to act all cheap. Because when we look at the story of Joseph, we understand later on the true revelation about his character was revealed. Because he was put in some circumstances and some situations that revealed that Joseph was a good person. That Joseph was a man of integrity. That Joseph wasn't just this braggadocious little boy that was trying to flaunt and flex on his brothers. It's okay. There's a couple of things I want to share with you here in the text, and I'm going to be out of your way. The first thing that we see here is it is okay to be disliked. I'm going to help somebody on today, because I know some of y'all, you're dealing with some people, you're dealing with some situations where people have outed you, and you're trying to change who you are, and you're trying to please people, and you're trying to fit in so people can like you, but it's okay to be disliked. The text says, now Israel loved Joseph more than all his sons, because he was the son of his old age, and he made him a vari-colored tunic. And his brothers saw that their father loved him more than all his brothers, and so they hated him and could not speak to him on friendly terms. Then it says, then Joseph had a dream, and when he told it to his brothers, that they hated him even more. And he said to them, please listen to this dream which I have had. You see, now Joseph has got the coat. He's got the mink on that his father gave him, and he knows that his father feels a certain way about him that he does not feel about his other brothers. Now Joseph is feeling himself. Joseph is feeling himself, so he can't keep the dream to himself. He's got to make it known to his brothers. See, you got to be careful when God blesses you, or when you get some things and you're feeling yourself so much. My grandmother used to tell me, don't get too big for your britches, or don't act like your stuff don't stink. See, when you get too big for yourself, and when you feeling yourself, and when you think your stuff don't stink, you think that everything that you know, you got to expose it to everybody else. So he said to them, listen, brothers, I need y'all to listen to this dream. I want y'all to all sit around and get your popcorn, get your soda, get your lemonade, get your pork chops, get your salmon, get everything that you want, and make yourself comfortable, because what I'm about to share with you is going to blow your mind. And in fact, after I share this with you, you thought you hated me before, but how you going to like me now after I share this? There's some folk that know that you're jealous of them, but they're going to come around you flaunting because they know they hurt you. So he says, for behold, we were binding sheaves in the field. In other words, we were tending to the barrels of wheat in the field, and lo, my wheat chest out. And behold, your wheat gathered around and bowed down to mine. In other words, what he's saying, this revelation, what he's saying is that you and your other brothers, which are my brothers, but I'm not treating them like my brothers right now, y'all gonna bow down to me. Y'all gonna be my servants. Now, God shared this dream with me. I wasn't instructed to tell you this, but since Daddy put the coat on me, since I got the sheepskin on, since I got the mink on, since I'm wearing the coat, since I got this thing, I'm the man around here. Yeah, I'm the man around here. Even though I'm the son, I'm still the man. I'm that dude around here. Because Pop, he look at me the way he don't look at y'all. See, I can get away with things y'all can't get away with. I can do things that y'all can't do. Because he looks at me in a certain light. I've got certain grace and mercy that y'all don't have access to. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But understand that Joseph did not have to make this situation what it was. See, oftentimes we only look at what the brothers did to him, but we never look at what he did to his brothers. Now, I'm not saying that it was right for his brothers to throw him in a pit and sell him into slavery, but God forbid you didn't have to brag to us that God had favor on you and that we was going to be your servants. All you had to do was keep your mouth shut and let the chips fall where they may. See, sometimes we get ourselves messed up because we open our mouths too soon. God shared a blessing with us, and we were feeling ourselves so much that we couldn't hold it in, and we couldn't wait to get it out, and we ended up sharing it with the wrong people, and those people intercepted your blessing. There were some people that you thought that you was going to share some good news with, and you shared the news with them, but in return, they were trying to plot to kill you. Everything that God gives to you and everything that God shares with you is not meant to be exposed. There are some things that God is going to inject inside of you that you have got to hold on and keep to yourself until the time comes for it to bloom. There are some people walking around with the stuff they call the weed killer. Yeah, you're telling them about your dreams, and you got your flower bed, and you're nurturing this thing, and you want it to grow, and you want it to come to fruition, and you're making sure it gets sun, and you're making sure it gets water, and you're tending to it, but you told the wrong people, and they came around with some weed killer, and they killed your plant. Joseph didn't have to tell his brothers the dream that God had given him. God never instructed him to share the dream. But it's okay. Even in spite of, it is okay to be disliked. Second thing we see here, that it is okay to be misunderstood. Verse 8 in the text says, then his brothers said to him, are you actually going to reign over us? Or are you really going to rule over us? Now understand, there's a difference between reign and rule. See, there's some things that you will get rulership over, But there's a difference when you can reign over some things. See, rulership only gives me the authority to speak over something for a limited amount of time, and I only have a limited amount of authority. But when I can reign over something, nothing can talk back to me. See, when I reign over something, what I say is final. And when I reign on something, see, this is why, because God reigns over, and whenever he speaks, it has to come into existence. Everything responds from the word of God because he reigns over everything. It says, are you going to reign over us? Or are you going to rule over us? There's a difference. So they hated him even more for his dreams and for his word. So first they hated him because their daddy put the bling on him, and he was braggadocious not only about the bling, but about what God had revealed to him. So now he shares it with them. First they didn't like him already, but now they hate him even more. See, this is why you've got to be careful about how you open your mouth about some things, because there are some people even around you that don't like you and you don't even know about it. There are some people who call you their brother. They say, hey brother, hey sister, and they act like they want the best for you, but really in hindsight, they don't want anything good to happen in your life. And God forbid if God allows you to get in a position of authority. Oh, God forbid if God elevated you to a deacon or a deaconess. God forbid if God allowed you to be a preacher of the gospel. God forbid if God allows you to elevate in your ministry. These same people who call you my brother, who call you my sister, will be the same ones plotting. But before you shout too much, it doesn't stop there. It says now he had still another dream. Oh, he was feeling himself. He's feeling himself. Oh man, this coat got him feeling himself. You ever see somebody when they get a new car, they get something new, and they show feeling themselves? Oh, Joseph, that coat had him feeling himself. Oh, that coat messed him up. He had yet still another dream. And not only did he have the dream, but he felt like he had to expose the dream. And he said to his brothers, lo, I have had still another dream. And behold, not only now are the bundles of wheat, or the wheat that's growing, going to stand up and stay straight. Not only am I going to reign over you, but the sun and the moon and 11 stars were bowing down, not to God, but me. Whoa. I must have put some vodka in it. He must have put a bottle of vodka in that coat. You sure is feeling yourself now. I must have put what they call a flask. He must have put a flask inside of that coat. Because his father rebuked him and said to him, "What is this dream that you have had? Shall I and your mother and your brothers actually come to bow ourselves down before you to the ground?" His brothers were jealous of him, but his father kept the same in his mind. Watch this. Now, Joseph was feeling himself so much that he allowed the person who loved him and felt the way about him above his other kids has now turned his mind on him. He didn't say it, but the text says, but his father kept the same in his mind. In other words, Joseph was feeling himself so much that he even made his father jealous. Now no. The dream that Joseph had was real. But Joseph brought it upon himself because he was feeling himself so much from the cold that he revealed it to his family and made them feel a certain way. Be careful about how you express things that God is doing in your life before. Make sure your motives are pure when you share how God is blessing you. Make sure that your motives are pure when you share with people what God is doing in your life. If God has blessed you with something, make sure you're not doing it because you lord yourself over people or you want to make yourself look like, oh, God is doing this in my life and I'm special. No, because God can turn around and he can fire you and use the same person that you're trying to lord yourself over. Then his brothers went to pasture their father's flock in Shechem. Israel said to Joseph, "Are not your brothers pasturing in the flock in Shechem? Come and I will send you to them." And he says to him, "I will go." Then he said to him, "Go now and see about the welfare of your brothers and the welfare of the flock, and bring word back to me." So he sent him from the valley of Hebron, and he came to Shechem. A man found him, and behold, he was wandering in the field, and the man asked him, "What are you looking for?" Here's what reveals Joseph's true character. This is probably what would have happened if his father never messed him up with the coat. He says, "I am looking for my brothers. Please tell me where they are pasturing the flock." Now he knows that his brothers don't like him. He knows that his brothers hate him. And now I'm sure he has kind of an inclination that his father's feeling a certain way about him. Because even though when people may not say they feel in a certain way about you, when you come around them, there's certain vibes that they give you that you know they ain't acting funny. See, you ain't got to tell me when you're acting funny, because when I come around, I'm going to smell it all on you. See, I look in your eyes is going to tell it all. See, you ain't got to tell me that you ain't feeling me, but as soon as I come into your presence, you're going to have one eye open and one eye closed. As soon as I come up in your face, you're going to start stuttering and talking all crazy. You ain't got to tell me that you feel in some type of way. I know in sense when you're acting funny. But even still, he follows his father's instructions and goes and sees about the welfare of his brothers. Watch this. Now, There's some folk that you can give them a position, and then they'll turn around and try to tell you what to do. It was the coat that messed Joseph up. If the father had never gave him that multicolored coat, Joseph probably would have never shared the dream. It's okay to be disliked. It's okay to be misunderstood. And last but not least, it's okay to be plotted on. And the man said, they have moved from here, for I heard them say, let us go to Dothan. So Joseph went after his brothers and found them at Dothan. Now he's the one who had the revelation of the dream that he was going to be reigning ruler over them, but yet and still he's humble enough to seek after them. When they saw him from a distance, and before he came close to them, they plotted against him to put him to death. They said one to another, here comes this dreamer. If they had said this, as soon as they saw him coming up to their presence, this means that they had already been congregating and talking about killing him before he even showed up. Now, even though Joseph is concerned about the welfare of his brothers and the welfare of the industry, I should say, I'm 2019 it, when he's seeking his brothers, and when he runs up on them, they're talking about and plotting on destroying him. See, everybody that you care about, or everybody who you're seeking to see about their welfare, everyone that you're chasing after and trying to see if they're doing good, they all don't have the best interest of you in their mind. There are some people that you've been losing sleep over, wondering about how they're doing, wondering about how their situation is. You've been calling them, you've been texting them, you've been emailing them, and lo and behold, little do you know, they've been plotting behind your back. He says, now then, come and let us kill him and throw him into one of the pits, and we will say a wild beast devoured him. Then let us see what will become of his dream. In other words, we're going to see what type of dreams you're going to have now when you sleep in this pit. We're going to throw you in this pit, and we're going to see what type of dream you have when you wake up in the morning. But lo and behold, and the reason why the title that God gave me was, it's okay. It's okay to be disliked, and it's okay to be misunderstood, and it is okay to be plotted on, because this is only part of the book of Joseph's life. See, because if you fast forward a little bit to the end of the book, you'll realize that yes, they did throw him into a pit, and yes, they did sell him into slavery, and yes, he was in Potiphar's house, and yes, he was in slavery, and yes, he was in prison, and yes, he still was having more dreams. But it does not end there, because in the end, after all of the frustration, after all of the time in jail, after all of the slavery, after all his brothers had put him through, his dream came to fruition. And the Bible says that there was a famine in the land. And his father had sent the brothers was the same one they threw into a pit and sold him into slavery. Yes, it was Joseph. And guess what? Joseph didn't worry about what they did to him. Joseph didn't say, I'm not messing with y'all because y'all threw me in a pit and threw me into slavery. You know what he asked him? He said, where's my little brother Benjamin? I need to know where my little brother is, because I need to make sure that y'all don't do to him what y'all tried to do to me. Yeah. But guess what? I'm going to get you everything you need, but everything that I told you came to truth. Because I'm not bragging, but I'm not only running things around here, but I'm second in command around here. Things don't go unless I say so. So remember when I told you that you would have to bow down to me? Now is your time to bow down. I didn't come with my chest pulled out. I didn't come to brag on you. I didn't come to step on you. I just came to let you know that when God gives you a promise, the promise is going to come true. When God says that something's for you, it doesn't matter if you go through hell or high water. In the end, it's going to be for you. When God said he's going to bless you, you might have to take the zigzag course. You may go through some bumpy roads. Heck, you may even end up in prison. But after a while, God's vision is going to come to fruition. The dream that God gave you, one morning when you wake up, it may not be tomorrow, it may not be next week, it may not be next year, but the dream, the vision that God has put inside of you, one day, you're gonna wake up and you're gonna be living in that dream. Come on and give God some praise in this place. It's okay. It's okay if it doesn't feel like people like you. It's okay if they disagree with you. It's okay if they plot to kill you. It's okay when you get in trouble, because in the